What's up guys? In this video, I'm gonna teach you how to recover as fast as Wolverine. But before we get into this, I need to tell you a little bit of a story because the other day, I nearly died. And the way it happened was so comical, it was straight out of a cartoon. I was hit by a tree. And if you don't believe me, roll the footage.
You actually can't make this up. I think I'm in a bit of shock, but literally, I was sat just there and this giant tree, which is like a full tree, by the way, like literally, like I can barely lift it, has fallen and just about missed me.
I'm still trying to figure out if this was a good sign from the universe or some kind of warning. Let me explain what happened. Basically, it was a beautiful afternoon here in southern Spain in Marbella, where I live. The sky was blue, the sun was shining, and I was like, I would be an idiot to sit inside and not go out and enjoy this and absorb some vitamin D to activate my parasympathetic nervous system and to get some steps in to clear my head. So that's exactly what I did. I headed outside, I did my usual loop around the town. I was enjoying it, everybody was smiling, it was fantastical. Halfway through my walk, I decided, let me sit down, let me enjoy the scenery, let me get some sun, let me relax. So I'm there, relaxing on my bench. Right up until the moment, right behind me, I hear this noise, and I've never heard this noise in my life. What is this noise? What is going on? Well, it turns out it was a banana tree falling on me. Now, fortunately, I have the reflexes of a ninja, and also very fortunately, I wasn't listening to any music through my AirPods, even though they were in my ear, and I was about to press play on an absolute banger of a playlist. And at the last second, the last millisecond, I moved 1 inch to the left, like the ninja that I am, and it just shaved my right big ear here, and it came crashing down on my leg. So, didn't die, but did think I have a broken leg, because it was kind of weird. I was kind of in a state of shock for a couple of minutes, to be honest. The tree came down, smashed me on the leg, it had gone purple almost immediately and completely numb, and it started bleeding pretty profusely around my knee. And like I say, I was in this weird state of shock. I didn't move for like 2 minutes, and I was convinced, oh my God, my leg's broken, because I wasn't moving. Anyway, I collected my thoughts, started moving around, realized it wasn't broken, but it was seriously, like badly hurt. Anyway, the point of this story is 3 days after that, 3 days, 72 hours, I was squatting. 7 days later, the wound had healed completely. So how did I do this? Have I got some sort of weird genetic mutation? Am I in fact an X-Man? X-Man, X-Men? I wish. No, I am not. But what I am is a nutritionist, and I know a lot about what we can do in terms of food, in terms of supplementation, to speed up the recovery process when it comes to injury, when it comes to illness, when it comes to wounds. And that is what we're going to talk about in today's video. In fact, in today's video, I'm going to give you a 5-step process. And if you follow each of these 5 steps, you will recover in record time, and your friends will say, oh my God, mate, are you an X-Men? And you'll say, yes, I am. And they won't have a choice but to believe you. So let's get into it. And listen, also, right, before we get into it, this is a 5-step process. It's not I might do step 1, 3, and 4. They sound cool. No, I'll be completely real with you, as I always am on my channel. None of this is sexy, but it works. So if you're injured, if you're ill, if you've got a wound, if you need to heal fast, and if you want to get back up on your feet, listen to this. Do every single one of these 5 steps. All right, number 1. However much protein you're eating, increase it. Go up to 1 gram of protein for every pound of body weight that you weigh. So if you weigh 180 pounds, your protein target for the short term is 180 grams of protein. And guess what? If you strive to hit that, and if you manage to hit that in the short term, you're just going to want to continue it anyway for the long term. So I've done you a double favor there. Listen, the amino acids in protein are the building blocks for new tissue, as well as collagen and elastin, which help with the healing of the connective tissue, okay? Step 2, omega-3s and antioxidants. Get yourself some super strength omega-3s, sorry, it needs to burp, that are particularly high in 2 acids. They're called EPA and DHA. Don't go to Holland & Barrett or go on Amazon and buy the cheapest crap that you can find. Invest in some super strength omega-3s and actually Google omega-3 EPA DHA and find the ones that are particularly high in those two ingredients, okay? These are going to help reduce the inflammation, help reduce the pain, help reduce the swelling, and overall speed up the healing process. And the antioxidants neutralize some molecules. And I swear to God, I am not making this up. These molecules are called free radicals. No, they are not like Cuban communists or anything like that. They are molecules that are produced by the body when it is injured, and these molecules can damage your cells. The antioxidants, for example, blueberries, will help to neutralize those. So, omega-3s, antioxidants, get them in. Step 3, hydration, water. Drink an absolute ton of it. How much, Doug? 3 to 4 liters per day. And just like the protein step, once you've adopted this step, you're going to feel so much better generally. You're going to want to do this every single day. So again, you're welcome, basically. To be honest, this should be your goal every day, like I said. But what water helps to do is it helps to transport nutrients, minerals, and ingredients in your bloodstream, okay? That's how stuff gets from point A to point B. It's in your bloodstream. And what a lot of your bloodstream is water. These are the same nutrients and minerals that we want to get to those damaged cells in your body. So that's going to speed up the recovery process. Step number 4, and this is an important one, and a lot of people will shirk on this one: mobility and movement. Unless you've got a broken bone where you genuinely need to actually rest and heal the bone, if this is a muscle, if this is a ligament, if this is a tendon injury, or let's be honest, if it's just in your head and you've Googled it and it's telling you you've got cancer or AIDS or something like that, this applies to you. The worst thing that you can do is stop moving altogether. And the reason being, again, comes back to blood flow. For a part of your body, cells in a part of your body to heal, we need blood flow to go to that area. Blood flow is going to go to that area if you use that area because it requires oxygen to contract muscles. The oxygen is transported to the cells, to the area in your bloodstream. So we need you to be moving that area, we're keeping it mobile, because what else is transported in your bloodstream? Protein. The protein is then going to help you to heal it. So movement and mobility. Am I saying that you have to go and do a squat PB 3 days after? No. Of course you do not. When I went back to squatting 3 days later, I was not going heavy. I was of course going light. I was using step 4 to my advantage, how I managed to heal so fast. But that, guys, is a super important one. Stretching, bodyweight exercises as fast as you can and as consistently as you can. And step 5, and potentially the most important, this is backed by evidence, this is backed by science, this is backed by the smart people who are way smarter than me. Scientists have proven that wounds heal faster when your cortisol level, which is your stress hormone, is lower. And you're saying, well, Doug, of course I'd like to be less stressed, but I don't know how to do that. Well, listen, I've done a whole other video on that. So first and foremost, go and find that and watch the whole thing. But if you don't want to because you're lazy, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to give you a very quick run through of it right now. Very straightforward. The best way to do this is through your sleep. So we want you to be sleeping at least 7 hours a night, and we want that sleep to be as regular, so as in waking up and going to bed at the same time, as closely as you can, and we want to be as high quality as you can. How are you going to make your sleep high quality? Well, first and foremost, you're going to sleep in a cold, dark room with the window open or with the door open so you can get some fresh air circulating. You want it to be as dark as possible, as cold as possible, and of course as quiet as possible. You also want to be adopting a rule which well, I thought I created it, but genuinely now I'm questioning whether I did or I heard it from someone else and I'm just passing it on. But either way, it's fantastic, so who cares? It's called the 3-2-1 rule. And this is where you stop eating 3 hours before you go to bed. You stop drinking anything, water or anything, or alcohol, everything. 2 hours before you go to bed, and you stop scrolling on your phone on YouTube like you are now for 1 hour before you go to bed. Now, I appreciate that third one is the hardest, but trust me when I say this, if you do those 3 things, you are going to sleep better. If you sleep better, you're going to bring all of your hormones back into sort of balance, effectively, for lack of a scientific term there. And that is going to help you to heal faster, because what's going to happen is your human growth hormone is released during high quality deep REM sleep, okay? So that is the best way to do that. The other thing you can do to manage your stress, again, sounds very obvious, not very sexy, because guess what? There are no shortcuts, there are no hacks, guys, is limit the amount of stimulants you are having, at least in the short term. Caffeine, nicotine, alcohol, these things are going to help manage your stress. They're also going to help you sleep better. And the power of a good night's sleep goes so damn far. So there you go, guys. 5 steps, the 5-step process to heal as fast as Wolverine. I'm still here. I live to fight another day, and I'll see you tomorrow.